Hello guys, so we are here again, Audrus and Corina. So I wanted to ask Corina to explain how does emotional guidance system works.
Hello
Corina.
guys, as you already are used to us, we are making podcast from the car, and we are going to talk about the emotional guidance system. So I should explain it from the beginning.
Yes, there was I had a meeting with a friend of mine and I wanted to explain him, but I think Corina's explanation will be much better. So we are recording this for him and all the rest.
So what is the emotional guidance system? Once we come here on this planet, actually we are not alone and we are not without guidance. So in order to live here in accord to our true self, and we have some previous videos in which we explain about the true self or the higher self, we receive a compass. So this compass is our guidance through life. And this compass is the emotional guidance system, meaning our emotions. And it works this way. If the emotion is pleasant, then the compass says this is the way, this is the direction in which you need to take action to make some steps. If the emotion is unpleasant, then it means that what you are thinking, your thoughts, are false. And Audrus asked me to give some examples, right?
Yes, simple to understand.
So I have this example that I'm usually giving to people, so I'll come with this one. Let's say that a woman feels positive emotions to have a date with a guy. She feels excitement, she feels interest, she feels attraction. So if the emotion is positive, then she should take action into this direction. And here it's important to understand two things. That we have to pay attention to the emotion that shows us the direction all the time. Because let's say that this woman gets dressed, she is ready, she takes the cab and she's on her way to this date. But while she is in the taxi, her best friend calls her and says, "Look, I want to go to this thematic party, it's something very interesting, I wanted to go in a long time, let's go together." And our woman feels excitement about going to this party with her friend. So what she has to do is to follow again the emotional guidance system that says go in this direction. So in that moment she should call the guy and say, "Look, I'm sorry, my best friend called me, please forgive me, I see you next time." So then she goes to this party, and maybe there she meets, let's say, her how you say, better half.
So she's checking where the excitement is more strong.
Exactly. So all the time we have to pay attention to our emotions. Where is the positive, the pleasant emotion? Where is the excitement? Where is the curiosity? And then another thing that I want to specify here is that let's say that this woman gets to this date with this guy. This doesn't mean that she has to marry that guy. The emotional guidance system just said go to this date. And also it doesn't mean that all the time the experience is totally pleasant. Most of the time, if you follow the emotional guidance system, then the experiences that you are having are nice and pleasant. But there are situations where it can be some frustration. So let's say that this woman goes to this date and the guy treats her very badly and she feels very bad about this. In this situation, you don't have to think about, oh, so I misused the emotional guidance system. No. What happens with this woman is that she says, "Oh, I'm tired of this kind of men. Now I want one that respects me, that loves me, that this and this and this." What what happens actually inside of her is that having this frustrating experience, she takes another decision for herself. And in that moment, what she starts to create related to relationships is with this new decision of finding a guy that respects her, that loves her, and whatever she got aware of while she was at this date. So, but because she was at that date, because she experienced that small frustration and she made a shift, she saved herself at getting into a marriage where to experience for 20 years this kind of emotions. So what is important to know is that the emotional guidance system guides us into the best experiences for us, aligned with our true selves, and the ones that are the easiest for us to push us further. And then let's go to the second part, if the emotion is unpleasant, because again people ask me examples, okay, but I don't get this. So there are moments when we become aware of our emotions. So for example, people often experience anxiety. Even in psychology, anxiety is considered as a general emotion, and somehow that it doesn't have a subject, like doesn't have a reason. But actually, if you follow this emotional guidance system, when you say, okay, I feel anxiety, and you ask yourself, what did I thought? You will come up with some thoughts, and you'll become aware that actually you had some thoughts, but you weren't aware of, you didn't pay attention to them. So let's say that actually you keep having in your mind the thought that something bad is going to happen to you. So following the emotional guidance system, then this means that this thought is false. So you can go further and ask yourself, okay, so if this thought is false, then what is true? And the truth is what comes to you is not an universal thought, it's the answer that comes to you. If this thought is false, what is the truth? So the answer that might come, I am safe every time when I need to be safe. And the other situation is a situation in which you become aware of your thoughts. So I was giving an example with, let's say that you want to start a project, a business, to get involved into something new. So you feel very excited about this and you have positive expectations. And then, so this shows you the direction, go there. But then the mind starts, you are not good enough. You don't know anything about business. You won't make it. You will lose all the money. Everyone will laugh at you. A lot of thoughts. And there are a lot of people that get into these situations and they stop. They get in fear, so they say, no, I better stay out of this. So if you follow the emotional guidance system, you can say, okay, wait, stop. Where was the excitement? Where were the positive emotions? Oh, the positive emotions were towards getting into this business. So this is what am I doing? Okay, everything, all the rest, out. So this is the way you can do it. Or you can just take all those thoughts and say, okay, what are these thoughts saying? You are not good enough. Okay, how this thought is making me feel? It makes me feel really bad. Okay, this means it's false. So then what is the truth? The truth is that I'm good enough for everything that I want to fulfill in this lifetime. So either you become aware of the emotion and you ask yourself what was the thought behind, either you are aware of the thought and you evaluate the thought with the emotion. So this way, with this emotional guidance system, with this compass, we know all the time what is the direction and if what we are thinking is true or false.
So this lady, if she feels bad about going to a date, what does it mean?
If she doesn't feel positive emotions, then she can, depends. Sometimes it's like this actually. Sometimes you just don't feel any interest and it's very clear for you that you don't want to go and you don't go. Okay? But actually there are a lot of situations where on one hand the lady feels excitement and on the other hand she feels a lot of fear. So for example, she feels interest to go to this date and then the mind says, oh, you'll meet another asshole, you'll see, you'll be disappointed, or you'll fall in love and he won't care about you. So then in this situation she has to evaluate her thoughts in order to see if they are true or false. And people in this situation are asking me, yes Corina, but how come you can say this? Because for example, let's say that you have a fear that you will get a disease, and people get diseases. You cannot say this thought is false. And the answer here is that it depends for who is true, or from which level of the being this thought is true. Because from the level of the higher self, of our true self, it's false from two reasons. One, because the higher self cannot get sick, and two, because the higher self can create whatever he wants. So you can also use it like, is it a thought that I want to manifest? Like, do I want to really get this disease? No. Okay, so then what do I want? I want to be healthy. So then instead of the thought I will get the disease, I will use this thought, I'm healthy and full of energy all the time. So I guess that's it. Do you think?
That's it. I think we need to go faster. So if you have any questions, write in the comments below. See you next time.
Yes, thank you guys.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.